The Malaysia International Islamic Financial Centre was established in August 2006 to promote Malaysia as a regional hub for Islamic banking in South Asia. Malaysia has so established itself as a significant player in the industry, expressing its ambition to collaborate with Bahrain and Dubai's Islamic Financial Centre to jointly grow the global Islamic finance market. Malaysia and Dubai, in fact, recently struck a cross-border marketing and distribution agreement for Islamic funds. Furthermore, Malaysian financial institutions have already begun to establish a presence in South Asia by investing in the number of regional banks. For example, in December 2008, Malaysian largest lender, MYbank.
The first topic that we want to elaborate is Mudarabah. What is Mudarabah? Mudarabah is a type of Islamic finance investment contract which the concept of profit and loss sharing is used. It's a joint venture agreement between Rabul Mal, a financial, and Mudarik, an entrepreneur. The financial will provide capital for the entrepreneur to work with in order to generate profits under these agreements. Profit will be distributed according to the profit sharing ratio that has been agreed upon. Depending on agreement of both parties, some share 50% to 50%, the otherwise shares 70% to 30%. In the event of a loss, the capital loss will be borne solely by capitalists, while the operator will lose the time and energy invested. They have two types of Mudarabah contract, which is one, restructured Mudarabah is a contract in which the investor limit the actions of the working partner to a specific regions or type of business. The second is in this contract, under restructured Mudarabah, the investor gives the working partner complete control over the fund's administrative. In Mudarabah contract, there are 6 components that must be present in the agreements. Number 1 is parties who contract with the capitalist and entrepreneur. Number 2 is ijab, offer, kabul, acceptance include offer letter and acceptance letter. Number 3 is management of the party that manage the project handles by the operator. Number 4 is capital letter, whether cash or other assets. Number 5 is profit sharing results from actual revenues. Number 6 is loss sharing with capitalist bears the risk of 100% of the value of capital.
What is Tawarruk? Tawarruk is regarded one of the most contentious Islamic financial product because some scholars feel it involves aspects of Asuri and Hilah. In Malaysia, Tawarruk, known as a magic lamp in the Islamic banking sector, and it also drawn strong criticism from Middle East scholars to Malaysian scholars towards Tawarruk. Tawarruk also is the process of mutawarik, other word is cash seeker, purchasing a commodity on credit and selling it to a third party at a lower spot price. Tawarruk is used in practically every aspect of Islamic banking in Malaysia, including deposit, finance, investment, and capital market. Malaysia have followed fatwa issued by the Bank Negara Syariah Advisory Council, which permit the practice of organised and reverse tawarruk must be applied in Islamic banking in Malaysia. As a result, Malaysia have been able to create tawarruk product for use in all aspects of banking and financing. Malaysia also has a long history of using ADRINAH in financing market activity. However, they have majority of experts disagree over whether it was useful and it caused a rift. In Islamic finance sector, tawarruk is used to replace the mudarabah terms deposit account. In Islamic Finance Service Act of 2013, it been said that Islamic deposit as a principal guaranteed and investment account as a non-principal guaranteed resulted in this change. Mudarabah is essentially a non-guaranteed principle, but it is deemed and unsuitable for a deposit account. However, the application of tawarruk term deposit must be accompanied by the wakalah, or in other words, is agency, in which the bank is appointed as the customer agent to purchase a commodity from a supplier.
Gambling, also known as a maisir, means speculation or gambling. Maisir is prohibited in Islamic finance because it creates wealth from the change instead of productive activity. Sharia does not prohibit the ordinary commercial speculations involved in a business enterprise because commercial risk-taking is an integral part of Islamic finance transaction. Because of the prohibition against maisir, certain financial products such as opinion, future, and other are not generally used in the Islamic finance. For example of the gambling in financial transaction, if you look at the practice of conventional financial institution and bank, we find the element of gambling is a number of the product and financial transaction. For instance, conventional insurance is not permissible because it has element riba and gambling. Likewise, public and private sector corporations sometimes mobilize their resources on the basis of lottery and draw, which are also form of gambling. Islamic financial institution and Islamic bank must have to avoid from gambling-based product or transaction and provide Sharia compliant alternative to their client.
Sustainable banking brings benefit. In Malaysia, value-based intermediation is the next step for Islamic banking. The idea is that Islamic banking transactions should not only be Sharia compliant, but also positively and sustainably contribute to the economy, community, and environment without jeopardizing financial return to shareholders. In a sense, it is related to areas such as environmental, social, and corporate governance. A more holistic approach that guarantees Islamic banking goods and services not only conform to Sharia law, but also achieve the desired Sharia goals.
Reducing economic disparity. Remember guys, in Islam, we does not forbid the accumulation of wealth, but in Islam, it helps us to raise our awareness and share responsibility with the poor people. Zakat, donation, or gift helps of our percentage of our money to the charity or poor people are included in one of the Islam 5 pillars. In another word, Islamic finance can help individual, group, or even company at the level of wealth by increasing the application of Islamic principles in the financial market. By applying these Islamic finance benefits such as reducing economic disparity, it can bring a lot and a huge impact on a regional, national, or even more the global scale, and it may also include reducing the violence and mostly reducing the gambling and riba in Islamic finance. So, this benefit can help us to bring a peaceful and harmony in the Islamic finance, and also it avoid the bad things such as gambling and riba. Many countries have practiced this Islamic finance benefit, and it helped them increase their investment.
Islamic finance, generally known as the fairness and stabilized finance that we need to practice in life. But why we need to practice Islamic financials? It is involved the product are inclusive. If we go to the fast food restaurant which display the halal sticker at the entrance, it does not mean that the restaurant serve food to Muslim only. The approach of Islamic bank in Malaysia is similar. Products are developed for the entire market, regardless of the consumer's religious belief. Other than that, there are no crisis zones in Islamic financing. In the value of assets from 2007 to 2008, mostly of the world economies battled the worst financial crisis. Thus, it is safe to say that investing in Islamic financing is a possible way to avert potential crises in the world economy. Otherwise, why we need to practice of Islamic financial is Sharia compliant product. Demand for Sharia compliant product continues to rise alongside a growing Muslim populations. Muslims predict to the account for more than 25% of the world population in 2013, growing twice as fast as the world non-Muslim populations. Islamic banks address this group need and natural inclination to prefer Sharia compliant financial product. The awareness of Islamic finance among halal entrepreneurs is a positive point to achieve the holistic halal concepts. The study has focused on the level of understanding of Islamic finance among halal entrepreneurs in a three terms such as knowledge, acceptance, and application in their operation in order to implement the Islamic financial management practice. The Malaysian government should give more exposure to halal entrepreneurs in the form of training of courses about Islamic finance or Islamic financial management. Malaysian government need to make the program such as conduct a number of workshops and training to integrate the halal industry with Islamic finance knowledge to enhance their understanding about the holistic view of halal concept among the entrepreneurs.